Welcome to Book Chat. My name is Bia Stengo, and I'm a managing librarian at Monterey County Free Libraries. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you about a book that I just read, a beautiful book called Out of Many, One: Portraits of American Immigrants by George W. Bush. This is a beautiful book. It's a large book, as you can see, kind of a coffee table sized book almost, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I had heard that George W. Bush had taken up painting after he retired from the presidency, and I am so impressed with the portraits he's made in this collection of immigrants to the United States, most of whom are now citizens of the United States. And in each of, along with each portrait, here's a picture of Madeleine Albright, former Secretary of State. Along with each portrait, he writes up the story of that person. And so I learned, I didn't know this before, that Madeleine Albright was a refugee from Czechoslovakia. So she fled Czechoslovakia right before the Nazis went there, and her family escaped to England, and then they returned to Czechoslovakia. And when a communist dictatorship took over, they fled to the United States. So Madeleine Albright was mostly raised in the United States, but she was a refugee from Europe in the 1940s. They came over in 1948. And so she has an inspiring story. And so many other people have inspiring stories in this book. This is a beautiful portrait of a woman from Rwanda. Her name is Jean Celestine Lankin, and she was a Tutsi, and they were being slaughtered in the genocide in Rwanda, and she managed to make it to the United States and survived. And so the people in this book have absolutely amazing stories, many of them of survival from bad circumstances, but some of them, like this guy down here, he's from Germany, and he was drafted as a basketball player. So some of them have happy stories. So there's a few sports people in there. As you may know, George W. Bush was the owner of the Texas Rangers for a while, and so he's got some Texas Rangers in there also, and baseball players who competed against Texas Rangers. So in this book, there are 43 portraits, and they represent 35 different countries from all over the world. And it's really just a beautiful collection of portraits and a beautiful collection of stories of the immigrant experience and people pursuing the American dream, and their thoughts about their pursuit of the American dream and what the United States of America means to them. It's a beautiful collection. We have it in the physical format, and we also have this book on Overdrive downloadable. So I encourage you to check it out for a day. It's really a pretty quick read, and it's so very inspiring. I just found myself just looking at the pictures, looking at his artwork. I mean, I'm just very impressed. The paintings are absolutely beautiful. He's got a unique and beautiful style to his artwork, and just I find myself looking at the name. This one is Indra Nooyi, and just sort of like wanting to read the story to find out where she comes from and what her story is. And so every single portrait in here has such an amazing, interesting story. So many people from so many countries, and it's just beautiful. It's a fabulous tribute to immigrants and how they make our country better. So, Out of Many, One: Portrait of Immigrants. I encourage you to read it and check it out. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. you.